Hello. I've been doing some shopping. Now, granted, it's mostly been thrifting, but shopping is shopping, and I've had this bug recently, and it's mostly because I've been, well, terribly uninspired, which ultimately is the reason I haven't been here on YouTube in a while. Though summer is my most confident styling season, I started to feel the redundancy in my outfits, and it was a bit aggravating. And so I kind of stepped back and unfortunately went a little MIA. And that was simply because it would be difficult for me to sit here and talk about style and outfits and personal style when I'm in this rut. So I wanted to come back on and, well, kind of start fresh a little bit. Fall fashion is on its way, and I have been binging the runway shows recently, and whew, if anything is going to spark just fashion, personal style fire, it's fall fashion. So I thought I would come on, just ease back into filming and show a little thrift haul slash I bought 2 things online haul. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, let's get started. So the majority of what I have bought over the last 2 months, month and a half, is predominantly accessories. And I have one clothing item, which is a coat, a jacket. So I'm going to start with that just to get it out of the way. It is so cool looking. Some of you might disagree. I don't know. We'll see. You let me know. But it is this awesome jacket coat. It doesn't have any closure, so it's kind of open cardigan kind of thing, but it's very weighty. It's 100% cotton. I thrifted this at the Goodwill, and it is just so neat looking. I love all of the details. So it is made by the company Yak Magic. I don't know if you're going to see that tag, but I know nothing about this company. I found this jacket, I Googled the brand, and there are other pieces floating around out there, but this brand, there's no specific information about it. It was made in Nepal. It's this woven kind of texture with these little yarn pieces and then these lovely mother of pearl buttons, and they're all different sizes and different like diameters and widths. So it's very unique. You might be thinking, wow, Amity, that looks really big. It's because it is. It is an extra large. So there's going to be a cutaway. In this video, I'm not styling these pieces necessarily, but I do have some cutaways that are kind of showing them a little bit better. But so that's why I am wearing a really simple outfit today. But it is oversized. I think even if it were a small or like an extra small, it would still have that oversized kind of boxy fit. But I love unique coats and jackets because I have such a simple, classic wardrobe. Adding things like this really adds a little bit of flavor to a wardrobe, in my opinion. Here is the back. And I mean, just look at that that texture and that detail, it's fantastic. I love this. As I said, this is the only clothing piece. I have worn it out. I have been complimented on it. So I think, excuse me, going into the transitional season, this is going to be a really great addition. All right, so I went on 2 thrift trips, and then, as I said, I bought 2 things online. So these next pieces are between both thrift trips, and they are scarves. All but one are 100% silk, and they're all fantastic. They're going to be great for going into the fall. But I will start with this one right here. This is just a long rectangular silk scarf. It is, to my eye, and I could be absolutely wrong, but it looks like Japanese kimono silks that have been made into a scarf. Give you a bit of a close-up of the colors. It's very fall looking. I love the cream ivory background. And this is really just, whoop, sorry for any scratching on the microphone. This is really just kind of a throw on and go. It isn't necessarily something that you'd be able to do multiple ways, like with a larger square scarf, which I have 1 or 2 of those in this pile too. But I mean, it's just such a pretty pattern, and I loved the color scheme. I thought it would look great with sweaters and coats as the weather gets a little more cloudy and fall-like, which today actually is that kind of day. I mean, it is so overcast, it looks like fall is here in the Pacific Northwest. So that is the first one. I'll just toss that over there. And then this one is another lovely scarf that I think is just a fantastic color scheme. It's kind of a stained glass motif, and that is because it was exclusively made for the Metropolitan Museum of Art. So I'm not sure if there was an art piece on exhibit at the time that this was made, and that is what this is, because that is a very distinct motif. So it's possible that it was kind of in collaboration with, but I loved the blues and the greens. Just another lovely light microphone. Another lovely light layer that can be put over sweaters, or, you know, obviously around a bag, which I have a couple of those to show a little bit later. But I love finding silk scarves at the thrift store. I mean, I can't leave them behind. Here is the next one. Again, we're going with the longer rectangular shape here. And this, I don't know what, they're just different patterns here, and I think this is made in Nepal. Yes, hand-painted fashion made in Nepal, 100% silk, dry clean only. And it was by Don Marcello. There is the tag right there. And yes, it's lovely. It's, again, the blues are totally my favorite, and as you know, I wear a lot of blue. It is my power color. So having these that I can just throw on or tie onto something, these are great to have to add a little bit of pattern and color, especially if we go into the months where we're a little more covered up and we're dealing with rain and just wanting to be cozier, and we want those nice warm layers. Having those pieces like scarves that you can just add just a zhuzh to outfits is really, really great. Here is another one. I said I had a lot of scarves. Big ol' square scarf, beautiful red. This is from Anne Klein. It is genuine. I found this exact one as I was doing my research because there was no tag. I was pretty sure it was silk, but I wasn't 100% sure. So I found it online, and yes, it is 100% silk. It is from Anne Klein. I cannot remember the collection that it was a part of. Maybe it says it on here. No, it does not. Okay, but again, lovely just to have around the neck. You know, kind of just drape it, put it up underneath a coat, a collared shirt. It's the easiest way to add interest to an outfit. As I said, this is not a new concept. I've been talking about scarves for a while now on my channel because they're just so easy, and they're one of the most affordable ways to play with texture, play with pattern and color without like going all in as you would with a suit or a dress or something like that. All right, and this is the last one, and this one I was pretty sure was polyester, and when I looked it up, it is a satin touch, which is basically polyester. But again, it's a very huge square scarf, beautiful color palette. It's jewel toned, which once fall rolls around, those jewel tones pop up in my wardrobe like nobody's business. I love them. And again, it's just another great, you know, throw on and go. I am collecting quite the scarf mini wardrobe. I've been throwing them all in my straw bag over here, and I'm going to have to find a larger container for all of them because I love going to the scarves section in the Goodwills because you can obviously find gems kind of hidden between all of the pashminas and, you know, duped Chanel pieces. So on to the next. Now, the majority of what I have bought are transitional, but I think like 2 of them, a pair of shoes and one I'm about ready to show you, lean far more into summer. It's definitely, you know, those last summer days kind of pieces, but I couldn't leave it. I loved it so much. So it's this little clutch right here, and I don't know if you're seeing a theme in recent videos or in my last handful of videos, but I'm really into the woven texture. This clutch, the coat that I showed earlier, I have gotten that quince woven leather tote bag, so I'm really liking woven pieces right now. But I just thought I liked the, it's kind of a darker ivory, but just having a lighter clutch. I have a black one, a black beaded one, and then I have a silver beaded one. So having something to go with lighter pieces in my closet would be nice. So that's a bit of a close-up. It has this kind of shell looking top right here, and it's just, I mean, it's very small. Money, lip product, car keys. It's pretty much what I would throw in here. But yeah, I liked the woven look of it. This is a fabric. It looks like ribbon or something like that. But yeah, I thought it was unique and a practical piece for summer evenings. And that's the first bag. The next one is this brown leather, this gorgeous dark brown bag. This also made in, no, not made in Nepal. This is India. This bag was made in India. There's no brand to it, but it's just this lovely crossbody, has a thin strap here, squishy, loved leather bag. And I had noticed, of all my bags, I don't have anything in those kind of darker, richer browns. There was a Pinterest picture that I came across. If I can remember, I will put it on the screen. But this color scheme is what I want to be living in this fall going into winter, because it's gorgeous. I mean, I already have the grays, that kind of burgundy wine color. I have accents of that in my wardrobe as well. But I noticed that the basket that the flowers are in is a very, very dark brown. And I have nothing clothing-wise that I would be able to like make this color scheme work. So while I was at Goodwill, I found this and the next purse, which is also dark brown. And I just love that it's like, it's lived in, it's slouchy, it's been loved, and it feels like it's going to last a while. This piece and the other leather piece that I'm going to show you here in a second, I did wipe them down and I did use leather lotion. So just to kind of buff in and get that, that rehydrated look to them. They weren't horrible when I found them. I just wanted to make sure that, at least for this season, they were prepared, and I wouldn't have to deal with cracked leather in the coming months or anything like that. So yes, this lovely little slouchy bag in this gorgeous brown color. And then I found this lovely little bag, and again, it is in the darker brown color. It is also a crossbody. There is no top handle to this, but this is a Coach bag. This is the Coach, if I can find the name again, I will put it on screen. It is a hobo bag. It is authentic Coach. I have researched it. It has the patch that the company is known for putting in here. I used to work shortly for the company, so I know what to look for. And it's in great condition. There's no tears. There might have been some staining. Again, I went ahead and used some leather lotion on this. It is a bit scuffed. You could probably see in these areas. That's fine. It means it's lived a life. For the most part, it is it's smooth. It does have silver hardware to it, a little more substantial than the other one, and the other one has a brassy detail to it, but it was in such great condition, and I love Coach bags, so I wasn't going to like leave it behind. And yeah, I have two very dark brown purses that I can use this fall into winter, again, to live my best life in that color scheme I showed earlier. So the coat, the 3 bags, the multitude of scarves. Lastly, we are going to end with shoes. And shoes, one thrifted pair, and then the other are the online purchases, one of which is a wish list acquisition. So let me go ahead and grab those. All right, so we will start with the only thrifted pair. My mom found these. And it is these beautiful fuchsia, I would say, suede heels. They are in fantastic condition, and they're Sam Edelman. I mean, barely worn. There might be a little bit of scuffing here around the edge here, but I mean, they're lovely. They're a wonderful pop of color, would look great with jeans, skirts and dresses, of course, slacks, yes. During the fall months, though I love a good suede, not usually a material I reach for because it rains so much here, but on a drier day, just, you know, for some added height and a pointed toe, absolutely. So happy that Mom found these. So that is my first pair, thrifted Sam Edelman heels. Now, the next pair, bought online. They are from Dolce Vita, which is the same company that I bought the ivory ballerina flats from. It was not planned. I just happened to see these. They were on sale, and these were an impulse buy. I don't recommend. The shoes, yes, they're adorable, and I've already worn them out. But impulse buying in general, I don't recommend, especially when you're in a style rut and that false feeling of newness. If I just get something new, it's going to make my outfits better. It's going to make everything in my wardrobe just come together and fantastic. That is a falsehood, and probably a video I will do. It's a topic that I've thought about a lot recently, especially with doing this haul and the rut that I'm in myself. But anyway, I digress. I bought these pointed toe woven. I'm pretty sure they're raffia. Flat, I mean, it's a very tiny heel, but I loved this detail right here. It's very sleek and kind of dainty. Love the pointed toe, but I liked that it had a 50-50 of black and ivory, because I would be able to wear these with black, darker outfits and then lighter outfits like my crocheted bodycon dress or my wide leg linen trousers that I love so much. But I thought it was just such a lovely ladylike shoe that it was on sale, and I'm pretty sure, oh, don't quote me on that, that might not be true. I just thought it would be a great summer shoe. I like the material. Raffia screams summer, but I liked that there was a bit of darkness to it so that it would go with a number of pieces in my wardrobe. So, and it's Dolce Vita. I already know that I like this brand. And so that was my first purchase, though I guess I can consider all of them impulse purchases. This one is, it feels the most impulsy. The others make sense, but this one was kind of like, oh, it's pretty, I want it, so I bought it. And obviously, I said that there was a wish list acquisition. I'm going to leave that one for last, and it is, drum roll, those silver pumps I've been looking for. Pewter pumps. They brand did call these pewter. I'm going to set one down. So finally, oh God, I have been looking for a pair of pewter pointed toe pumps since the year of my brother's wedding, 2 years ago. And I wanted pewter. I didn't want silver. That foiled, it just looks fake and weird to me. That mirrored, you know what I'm talking about. And I didn't want gold because I knew I wouldn't wear a gold shoe. So pewter is what I've been looking for. And I wanted a walkable heel. Granted, I would like this to be maybe like a half an inch shorter, but it's okay because it's naturalizer. And I'm so happy that I waited and I didn't, you know, just jump on what showed up first go round. I waited and I received. Naturalizer is a brand I already love. I have shoes from them already, and I love the look of it. It is leather. It is, I'm pretty sure they say it's a reptile print, but it looks kind of crackled, right? Not so much like a lizard print or a croc print, but it looks like it's crinkled or cracked, at least to me. I love the texture and the look. They are pewter. This is not a silver shoe. Though depending on what, I think DSW called it silver, and then Naturalizer's website called it pewter. I did buy it off of Naturalizer, and I love them. I have not worn them out yet, but I think they'll look so great with jeans and a button-up or a sweater. They'll obviously look gorgeous with dresses and skirts. It's going to look fantastic with black, navy, gray, all of the base colors in my wardrobe. I knew that this shoe was not only going to be a fun addition to my wardrobe, but that it was going to work in my wardrobe, because there are just the possibilities are endless in my wardrobe, because it's going to go with so many of the base pieces that I have. So I'm very, very pleased that after waiting so long, I finally found a pair that I am going to love and enjoy, and that are going to last me, because they're leather and not faux leather, so they aren't going to have that annoying peeling or anything like that. And they're comfortable. So that is a win-win for me. Now, throwing back to that wish list that I did earlier this year, there's only one more piece on that wish list, and it is that mohair kind of gauzy, cloud-like sweater, which I will most likely end up buying off of Etsy. And, well, they're pricey. I'm pretty sure the pewter pumps were on sale. One of these shoes were on sale. I cannot remember which one. But those sweaters, they're a pretty penny. Granted, they're handmade, so that makes sense, and I'm absolutely happy to pay a crafter for making a handmade product. It's just a matter of finding the right silhouette and the right type of sweater. So that's the only one I have left on this year's wish list. So I'm very proud of myself. I've been very patient, and I've, found most of the things I've been looking for. So that ends this thrift/online haul. Tell me what you guys think. Are the two dark brown bags like copies of one another? I mean, I don't think so. I think they both serve a different purpose. Obviously, all of the scarves, a scarf is a scarf, but it's nice to have some variety. That coat, jacket, whatever we're going to call it, is fantastic. I can't wait to style it some more. And obviously the shoes are all great as well. So to those of you who have kind of been wondering where I've been, I'm sorry. I couldn't in good faith sit in front of the camera and talk about style when I'm having such a tough time with it myself. I felt that it was unfair. So this last, God, it's been a month, I think, since my last video. But I've been inspired. A spark has been lit, especially with fall fashion coming in. So maybe next video I will show kind of what I've noticed on the runways. Not so much a trend video. I try not to do those because it's just such a exhausting topic. But things that have caught my attention, things that I would like to implement into my style or my wardrobe as we move into the fall and winter months. Let me know what you guys thought. Did you like the pieces I thrifted and bought? Let me know how you would style that coat. I need some ideas. When I wore it out, I wore it with some flared denim and I think a black button-up, and I liked the way it looked. I'm going to try it over sweaters as well. I think it'll be a nice, just comfortable jacket to put on when it's cooler, but it's not, you know, crazy hot. But yes, enough rambling. I just wanted to go ahead and ease into filming again. This, I felt, would be an easy topic to talk about, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.